When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. There are things that happen to little girls that shouldn't.
God, I can't believe you. Where did you get this?
That was in the bedroom.
Where in the bedroom, Derrick?
Sitting on the bureau.
No, in my fucking lingerie drawer. You look at
that's where you thought you hid it.
Oh no, that's where it was.
All right.
You smelling my panties too, Derrick?
Listen, I'm not worried about that. Listen, let's deal with this. Who the fuck is Frank?
My client.
This is your client?
This is my client.
Yeah, okay. All of a sudden, he's a client today.
He is my client.
What's this? Read this goddamn thing. Hey, sweetie, I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Love, Frank. That ain't no goddamn client.
You know what? When you were fucking around with Sheila, what did I say? Did I say anything about it?
How long ago was Sheila?
You know
2 fucking years.
I do not have anything else to say about it. Just go away.
You're unbelievable. You can't keep evading your own issues. Running every time you have to confront your own shortcomings and blaming me.
I said I don't want to talk about it. Just do whatever you need to do for yourself.
Every time you got to deal with what's wrong with you, you don't want to talk about it. That's why it never changes. I'm not your enemy. I'm not the one you need to be angry with. I'm not the one who fucked up your life.
You know what? I should have never gotten involved with you.
There you go again. What does that have to do with you continuously being dishonest? What does that have to do with your inability to control your anger? All that shit was there before I even met you. See? No answer. You have no answer. If it has to do with you and your dysfunctionalism, you have no answer. You need to pray, chant, meditate, or something.
Fuck you!
No, fuck the motherfucker!
Come in. How are you today, Mr. Green?
Just fine, Dr. Seabrooks. Fine. Really, I won't be staying long.
Nonsense, Mr. Green. Have a seat. You can stay however long you need to. Whatever time it takes for us to make progress with our discussion today.
You doing well today?
As well as to be expected. Grocery shopping again?
Yeah. Nadine had me stop by the store on my way in.
You bought milk again?
It's always milk. It's good for the bones.
You do realize that she sends you shopping every time you have an appointment with me.
I may be old, but I'm not blind. Nor am I oblivious.
What do you think about that?
What?
The fact that she sends you to get milk every time you come see me.
It's just her ways. Folks have their ways. It's just milk to me. What do you think it is?
Well, it's not just the milk, it's the timing.
Okay, let's consider that maybe it has some deeper symbolic significance.
You sound like a psychologist.
Well, the fruit don't fall too far from the tree.
How is your wife today?
Nadine's miserable because she can't get where she needs to be until she makes right where she was.
Well, you know, sometimes things can never be made right. Then the lesson becomes how to move on and let things go.
When something's calling you back, sometimes it's hard to let go when it won't let you go.
Well, as far as you're concerned, what are you going to do now?
Well, just try to help ease some pain, help folks move on their way.
You do know that letting go can be an impossible task for a person, especially when someone you love so dearly is the reason why your life is filled with so much heartache and grief. You may want them to wallow in their karmic energy just so they can feel what they made you feel. It's not necessarily right, but it's human.
In all your studying and degrees, do you...
Deja vu. We're here again.
Where?
That question.
What question?
The question of forgiveness. Is forgiveness uncomfortable for you, Miss Green?
I don't know. Is forgiveness comfortable for most people to talk about?
You tell me if it is for you. You're the patient.
I don't know. I'm not the healer. I don't have all the answers.
Okay, well, let's go back for a second. Why do you find it necessary to ease everybody's hurt and suffering?
Not everybody. I never said everybody, Dr. Seabrook. Just those who I loved but couldn't protect because my hands could no longer reach them. Because I left them too soon and too early. If I could have been there, I could have shielded them from all the ugly people and all the ugly things.
Interesting that you said you left them instead of saying you were taken away.
Well, maybe I had some responsibility in that. I don't know. I can't remember.
It's typical for the victim to blame herself.
Or himself.
So the ugly people, the ones that cause all the hurt and pain, don't they deserve to experience some themselves?
No, I don't believe that, girl. Oh, I used to, though. But now, I believe that more than anybody, they deserve forgiveness.
That's quite an admirable notion. Considering the law is you get back what you put out.
You have your mother's eyes.
Why are you here, Mr. Green? If you're that 1 in 1,000 who has truly realized the divine ability to genuinely absolve, why are you here?
I don't know. You scheduled me.
Well, if there's nothing wrong, why'd you come?
Oh, there's something wrong. Nadine is in need of healing, and so is her daughter.
So I'm curious to hear your theory about why your wife does what she does with the milk.
I got that theory all figured out in my head, and I'd like you to listen.
I'm all ears.
A mother carries her baby in her stomach, right? She births her baby through her womb, right? A mother feeds her baby milk with her breast. A mother's milk is her offering of love and nourishment.
Well, I have a theory as well. A female dog carries her babies. She gives birth to them. She feeds them with her breast too. So what's the difference? Distinguish, please, the difference between the beautiful woman, the original matriarch who first walked the planet in Africa, giving birth to all humanity, and the lowly four-legged creature with all the titties hanging down, feeding her litters upon litters of little tiny, cute-ass, adorable little puppies. Please show me the difference between the queen mother and the four-legged bitch. Because frankly, I'm confused. See, while a dog doesn't have it in her maternal instincts to deny her puppy's milk, some human mothers use their God-given gift of free will to renounce their obligation to nourish, protect, and provide for their offspring.
Yeah, human beings can be like animals, but the real difference is they can be redeemed.
You're talking about forgiveness and redemption for mothers who close their eyes, their ears, and their hearts to their babies? Well, that's noble, Mr. Green. But let me tell you about a mother's special ability to fuck up her children's lives and their children's lives too. By simple acts, like not having the heat on, not having any food in the house, Like being out in the street instead of what was supposed to be home. Like not noticing changes in their child's behavior. When they try and tell her about what the ugly people are doing, people who are supposed to love them and protect them, what they're doing to them after school and late at night. You want to talk about the simple profundity of breastfeeding, Mr. Green? I don't have a problem with that. But why don't we just add a little teaspoon of reality, just a small dose of bitters. Let's talk about how a mother's petite and gentle hand can just destroy your life and your children's lives too. Let me see the wound, Mr. Green. Can redemption undo that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Several premeditated thoughts. You revere and respect her breast, Mr. Green? What respect does she have for yours?
You just want to allow yourself to understand why I feel the way I do about her.
No, I understand. It's my job to understand.
It's your job.
It's my job understanding reality.
Then why am I here?
You don't know?
No. You scheduled me.
I'm the doctor.
But you scheduled me, Cookie.
I'll let you get away with that once. Don't call me Cookie. And why is it necessary for you to always take us back to this place of cyclical dysfunction?
And that's what?
Since day one, all of our sessions keep on traveling in the same direction. To the same conclusion, one's unwillingness to forgive.
You're right. I had noticed that.
Thank you for your confirmation, Mr. Green. But I can be pretty damn stubborn on some things.
The fruit don't fall too far from the tree. Can I mention something I never did before?
Sure. I'd be a shitty problem solver if I didn't let my patients say whatever they needed to say.
Schedule an appointment with her. Let Nadine talk with you.
It's not necessary. What's the point?
Maybe there isn't a point. And maybe it's about resolution.
For who?
For the people I loved but couldn't protect.
I don't do futility and lost causes.
I see. Do you love it?
Who?
You gotta ask who. I'm talking about your sometimes boyfriend, sometimes fiance.
Of course I do. That is not
Then
your
why are you
concern.
always resisting him and fighting him? Huh? Why do you not respect him? He tries to help you and your kids, and you always find a reason to hate him and close yourself off to him.
Mr. Green, you're overstepping again.
Could that be your problem?
I beg your pardon.
Maybe you've got the wrong boundaries for the wrong people.
You are out of line.
For all the wrong reasons and all the wrong times. The people you should have been angry with, you weren't. The people you should have been close to, you opened up too wide. In all the wrong ways.
I'm going to have to ask you to refrain from speaking to me in the
So scared of confrontation. That scared little girl in that dark closet, yeah. I was there. I heard your 10-year-old voice calling out to me.
Daddy, where are you?
But I couldn't reach you. I couldn't hold you.
Mr. Green,
Why did you have to leave me, Daddy?
we are talking about you, not me.
Was I a bad girl, Daddy?
You knew I was there all the time, but I couldn't embrace you. No matter how hard I tried.
Why are you persisting in this line of conversation,
But I was
Mr.
there.
Green?
I was there.
Stop it! I forgave you.
This isn't about her or me. It's about you. Make an appointment with her.
She betrayed me. And I don't know which one of her betrayals hurt us the most. I don't have any interest in scheduling her, let alone forgiving her.
Girl, I ain't never really asked you to forgive her. I never said you shouldn't be angry with her. All I'm asking you to do is talk to her. Say what you need to say. And you the one always bringing up conversations about forgiveness. And now you know better than I that you always bringing it up means something. Oh yeah, I engage in the conversation. I even encourage it. I got to. What kind of problem solver would I be if I didn't allow you to say what you needed to say? Drink the milk cookie.
For what? What's the point?
Freedom. It's a good a point as any, don't you think? When folks hold on to bad feelings about someone else, all they're doing is giving valuable space inside their own self to destructive, toxic shit. They can't think right, you can't feel right, you can't speak right, you can't love right. Drink the milk. Just this once. For your own sake.
I don't do futility or lost causes.
I won't be coming back anymore, Dr. Seabrook. We've taken each other as far as we can.
Agreed.
Just one more thing. I haven't seen my wife in years. Oh, I still feel her. Some of her agony. We'll always be connected. Got children together. Beautiful children. I used to feel much more of her sorrow, you know. That's until I forgave her. And that's when I was able to float a little higher, travel a little faster, fly closer to the sun, freer. I thought it was Nadine's spirit, moaning and crying. I thought it was her painful weeping from the center of her soul calling out. It sounded just like her. I would have sworn it was, but it wasn't. It wasn't. But it was so familiar. And then I remembered. I remembered a little girl in a dark closet singing to God and the good angels.
And I was just
And in between,
a little girl.
calling out my name,
It's my mother.
making believe
Will I be?
in her mind that everything
Will I
is
be
all right.
free?
So the ugly things
Will I be rich?
that ugly people were doing to her
Here's what she said to me.
wouldn't hurt so much. Milk is like blood.
Goodbye, Mr. Green.
Daddy, I love you. I miss you so much. I promise I'll be back. I love you.
Thank you for seeing me. Finally.
Oh, it's not for you.
Even so, thank you. I'm here.
And where were you before here?
Oh, in a cold, dark, and lonely place. All pinned up and suffocating, Cookie.
Don't you call me that. You don't have the right. You don't have that right.
Then why am I here, Dr. Seabrooks?
Because I'm stuck. I'm stuck and I'm sick and tired of being stuck.
And that has what to do with me?
You know, I can't evoke one good memory about you.
Well, I have so many of you and your brothers and sisters.
That shit is ironic considering you were hardly ever there. And when you were, he was with you. With us. In ways he shouldn't have been. In ways you should have noticed.
Oh, you just won't let yourself remember the good things. The good times.
There were no good times in this house.
Oh, lots of good times. Like Donna Summer's music playing. Ooh, just the man I'd hoped you'd be. Ooh. Oh, and we danced and danced. And then those times we went to Playland. The roller coasters and the bumper cars. Oh, and the time we went to the beach. Laying out in the sun. Oh, and the time we went to church on Easter Sunday. You all were dressed up. So pretty and innocent. You got me.
There were no good times in this house. Good was absent like you were. Good was robbed from us again and again and again by him. Don't you know he touched us in ways that no adult should touch a child? Of course not. You were so blinded by your fucking rationalized insanity.
Maybe, just maybe, that's not what it was. You ever think about that?
When I got older and finally found the courage to tell you, you said I couldn't come around anymore. To our home. Yours, his. Was a man that important that you'd sell your soul?
Girl, I didn't sell my soul.
Was a man that important that you sell the bodies, the sanity, and the souls of your own children? Had the audacity to ask me if I wanted him to apologize to me. Because he had already apologized to Sharita, and everything was straight between them.
That's right. He did. And it was all right between them.
Let me imagine that. Let me visualize what that shit must have been like. Excuse me, Sharita. I'm sorry for messing your body all over and taking away your little 10-year-old innocence. I'm sincerely sorry that I fucked up your life. I'm sorry, little 14-year-old girl dressed up like a grown-ass woman for my pleasure and exploitation. That my little indiscretions caused you to be a cracked, addicted, prostituting, negligent mother. And to roleplay, 15 Hail Marys. All is forgiven. Is that right? Is that what his apology to Sharita sounded like?
Bravo.
No good was in this house. Good died in my father's chest when he pulled the trigger, and pulled the trigger, and pulled the trigger. While we were here crying and screaming. The only good I remember associated with you is when the breath given to you by God can no longer tolerate, occupying the same space as you and it left.
A cruel thing to say. And you never heard my side of the story. You never asked me why I said you can't come around here anymore. And you didn't even come to my funeral.
There was no need. You were dead to me long before the day you stopped breathing.
I was your mother. How could you live with so much hatred in your heart?
How could you not believe me when I told you what he had done?
He was your stepfather.
He was your husband. The only thing he ever was to me, and my brothers and my sisters, was our violator. The person who will rot in hell for stealing the innocence and laughter of little babies.
You've been angry all these years. Bitter. Oh, filled up with ugly rage.
My adult life is in shambles because you couldn't see that your children needed you. Just to be there to wash clothes, to keep the lights on, to school, read to us, protect us, especially after you robbed us of our defender. Yeah, I'm angry and just a wee bit bitter.
I did the best I could, Cookie.
Not feeding us is the best thing you could do? You've been gone for 8 days straight. Come home with him for 3 days and then gone again. We'd be glad to see you because we missed you and thought you had food. But instead, you bring that ravenous demon home with you, who ate our flesh and devoured our tiny little souls and fucked up our minds forever. The best you could do? No. The best you could have done was die earlier or killed yourself instead of my father.
Shh.
How dare you?
I wish I could go back and make things better for you. I'd go back and revisit the years and make things right. Perfect for all my children. I wish I could kick the living shit out of time and history and set my own life right before I had children. But I can't. I can't do any of that. Because God, in His infinite wisdom, didn't set it up that way. It was what it was, and is what it is. Do you really think that you were the only cute, adorable little pretty black girl who had reasons to go run and hide in a closet? Do you, Miss Seabrooks? Well, what about this? Little girls who had to go run and hide underneath the front porch. Or run and hide on a stinking nasty doghouse when the front porch wouldn't work anymore. All my life it seems I've lived in a cold, dark, and lonely place. What about that, huh?
Excuses, justifications, rationalizations. I know. I recognize them because I got them, just like you. You should have just put your children up for adoption.
I couldn't give my children away. No, not my babies.
You couldn't give your children away?
Mm-mm.
You gave your children to the devil.
Flawed, yes. Damaged, somewhat dysfunctional, insensitive at times, but he wasn't the devil.
He wasn't the devil?
Mm-mm.
Wherever you are, you still don't get it.
I may not, Cookie, but you being stuck is why I'm here. No, baby girl. It's all about you. Seems like you're gonna have to get yourself unstuck. And once you can do that, then you won't be able to keep on blaming me for your anger, your dishonesty, your lies, your deflections and your diversions and all the other pain, torture, and misery that you've taken men through for the last 20 wonderful years of your fairy tale life. Once you forgive me, then you just have your own self to blame and struggle with. No. But you don't want to forgive me. 'Cause then, the only other demons you'll have to blame are your own. Forgive me, I beg you. Let me go. So you can reclaim your own wonderful life and finally be responsible for your own actions, your own misjudgments and misdeeds. Your own shit. Forgive me, my daughter. Please. Let me go. I beg you. Kick me the fuck out of your consciousness, your memories. I beg you to release yourself of me so I can be released of you. Come on, physician. Heal thyself.
No. You need to stay in the darkness a little longer, even if it hurts me. You don't deserve forgiveness.
You don't know how to forgive.
You may be right. But you know what? Thanks for coming and helping me move one step closer to my healing.
Now I accept the fact that I haven't forgiven you.
And I'm not going to forgive your ass anytime soon. Maybe God will forgive you. And he or she may already have. But me?
I'm going to continue exercising my wonderful God-given gift of free will and choose not to exonerate you.
So you can go back to that dark, lonely space and be miserable. Your time here is over.
So you remain me then? Is that your wise, educated choice?
No! I choose not to forgive you. You don't live here anymore. Evicted. That's where I am right now, and I'm okay with that.
Go back and live a little longer in the cold and lonely place where my brothers and my sisters and me.
If that's what you want, then that's what you got. Just remember that this was your decision. Your decision not to forgive your mother.
There are things that happen to little girls that shouldn't.
especially when the people who are supposed to love and protect them are the ones causing them their hurt and pain.
They say that blood's thicker than water. But I say they're wrong in what they're thinking of. What they don't know, and I think they oughta. And that is